besties. Let's talk about this video that I just came across with regard to Chicago. All right. This is not even 9 hours old. This is May the 1st. Shout out to May. Chicago police warn residents their cars might not be there when they get back. What kind of headline is that? What kind of headline is that? Can you imagine if you woke up and that's what you saw today? Shout out to anybody in Chicago.
And we start with police issuing a warning tonight after a number of cars were stolen over the past few days.
Fox 32's Nate Rogers standing by with the latest on the south side. Nate?
Come on, Nate.
And those car thieves remain unidentified at this time. Chicago police releasing a very vague description of the suspects. In one case, car keys were actually snatched out of one of the driver's hands before the vehicle was stolen. In another case, a victim was punched in the face.
Does anyone know why they're not giving a description? I have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons why, and the first 5 don't count. What do y'all think?
Is ridiculous.
Police say drivers have parked their cars here in South Shore and at least 7 times in the past month. When the owners returned, the vehicle's gone.
My father actually, his car was trying to be stolen because he has a Kia, and they actually went and broke his steering column.
The cars were stolen.
Shout out to TikTok for showing the kids how to break into Kias. We already know that that is a TikTok challenge.
Early as 7 a.m., all in the same vicinity at 70th and Oglesby. Crandon, Paxton, Chappelle along East 70th Place, also South Clyde and South Merrill.
Very disappointing. You know, you have to try to get in before dark.
Resident Harold Williams telling me thieves stole his Jeep 3 months ago. It's still missing.
By me not having the car too long, I didn't know the license plate number, but I had it registered.
You know, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. We have elder folks who can't even just enjoy their golden years because these gremlins are gremlinizing and people are too afraid to say it, don't want to talk about it, don't want to acknowledge it, don't want to hold any parent accountable for what their kids are doing. Don't want to call out the fact that we know daggone well that there are GANGSs out here formulating, taking over. And because of defund the police, for the most part, allegedly, no one wants to do anything about it. You can't want to hem somebody out because then you'll be called racist. White supremacy, discrimination, racism. We are sitting up here fighting ourselves, looking half damn crazy with no respect for anyone. Ain't no respect for the elderly. Ain't no respect for children. Ain't no respect for women. There's no respect whatsoever. In every single last one of these stories that we see, that divestors see, it plays right into what the heck it is that they say and what they have been saying. I can't argue a point back on anything that a divestor has to say when we're looking at the same thing over and over and over again. Now, mind you, I'm pretty sure that this news program is not going to say it, but it's not like we were born yesterday and we don't know it. So miss me with the, you cannot assume. I'm assuming because I got common damn sense and I see what's been happening. I see what's been going on. And if you've been here, you know what's happening and you've seen what's going on as well. But we're still going to be, not we, but y'all still going to be out there talking about white supremacy, discrimination, and racism when you're in essence discriminating against your daggone selves. You're keeping yourselves down. You're harming your own community. You're harming your own families. All in the sense of what? It's not even real blackness at the end of the day. It's just foolishness and craziness and mental instability, if you ask me.
You know, but then when I called the police, they said they couldn't do nothing because I didn't have the license plate number.
Police have already increased.
I don't even know my license plate number. I guess I better write it down and put it in my phone, take a picture of it and put it on my phone just so that I know. Now you got to be knowing it. I've never known my license plate number, not for one car. Take me back to the 80s and the 90s. This is, y'all can have 2020 anything.
Patrols in the area as violent crime remains high. Residents are advised not to leave keys in the car
Well,
or
hello.
the car running unattended. Also, Kia and Hyundai owners can obtain anti-theft steering wheel locks from...
Yo, we used to have the club, because that's what that looks like. I don't know what they call it now. Back in the 90s, okay? You would clip that thing up, all right? You have it on there so that you couldn't move the steering wheel. Now, mind you, don't not do it. Now, I'm saying I'm saying do it. Let me get it straight. I'm saying do it, utilize it. What I see is these people who don't care and no one's going to stop them and they're not going to stay in jail and they don't care if they get caught and they don't care if they're deceased, just walking down the street, shout out to Scarface, with a daggone, what is that called? Chainsaw in the hand to go ahead and chainsaw it off. I'm sorry, y'all. I can just see it.
their local CAPS office. What are you doing to stay safe?
Well, thank God I park in the garage, so that keeps me from having any issues. But they do it about 1 or 2 in the morning.
Now, in all of the 22 police districts, residents can have a special traceable marking etched into their catalytic converter. Residents can also be reimbursed for their GPS, for the cost of their GPS tracking device, simply by registering with the city. On the city's south side, I'm Nate Rogers.
Shout out to Nate. Nate and Keith are two people that we're getting to know all of these people. But Nate is in Chicago, Keith is in Baltimore, and of course Mackenzie, our girl. It's a shame that we're like knowing the daggone the newscasters in all these cities because the crime is so out of control. People don't want to acknowledge it, act like it's not what it is, sit up here and say it's not right, it's not fair, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Now you got to go get your own specific type of GPS thing and this, that, and the third in order to protect your own stuff. Shout out to Mr. Lewis, who is probably still in jail from Washington, D.C. while he was trying to protect his community, his property, his daggone street, which you should be able to do since you live there, you pay taxes. Then people will turn around and say, no one takes care of the neighborhood. Here's somebody trying to prevent someone that's destroying their neighborhood. Now he in jail because some gremlin came through in a stolen car, potentially a Kia, mind you, trying to steal other cars, allegedly. And now everyone in the community is against him. Because he, SHOT, a 13-year-old who was out at 2 a.m. in the morning, pulling up in a stolen car, allegedly trying to steal stolen cars. But no one wants to talk about that part. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. This is why I don't have nothing to do with these people, y'all. I know, pick me, mammy, transgender, small penis, morally excruciating, all those insults don't mean nothing to me, okay? Because it's more important for me to protect me and mine than to be out here being cool and part of the culture, trying to be down with the people, because y'all ain't got no damn sense. Y'all don't got no damn sense, and then you want to blame somebody else for what it is that you are choosing to allow and to do. No one can help people who don't want to help themselves. That is a fact. It's got nothing to do with racism. It has to do with mental health help, which is needed. If you think that it is okay for your kid to be out at any old time that they want to, be on ankle monitors at the age of 12, out here selling, slinging, stealing, now you got to put an etching into your catalytic converter? It got to be full of exhaust if I'm not mistaken, so who the hell wants it? I'd be so confused at some of the... Listen, it's not for me to know. It's a part of a life that I don't know, okay? Because it just makes too much sense to go out there and work or build something on your own and then turn around and say that somebody is supposed to give us something. Black people, we ain't getting nothing. We got everything that we need. The fact that black people don't want to go and take advantage of the things that we do have that is legal is what the problem is. Period. Black people had more wealth way back when there was more racism than they do today. Tell me if I'm lying. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. That's it. That's all. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next one.